Hello, everyone. My name is Kanako. I am a coach in Kimono. I am so happy to have you to my channel. In this channel, I share my awareness from my intensive study in success philosophy for last 5 years. I hope the information help you enhance your awareness for the upgraded version of you and your life. Today, I'd like to talk about saying like, what's the use? What's the use? Well, yes, maybe you say this or you think about this phrase when you hear about manifestations or the law of assumption, the law of attraction. And then, yes, certainly, well, actually, I keep saying you can have whatever you want. And then still, of course, it doesn't happen overnight and it doesn't happen while you are in bed or while you are watching TV dramas all day or even several days. I also suggest that to do some writings and readings and of course lots of imaginations and well things like that. And yes, of course, these ideas are not new at all. And of course, I had from lots of great readers and coaches, and really I got the idea from lots of books. And really, well, nothing is new about this kind of information. Then still, I know there are many coaches and many great readers talk about this. And then why do we not see so many people successful or really achieving their goals? So, and when I thought about this, I thought about this phrase. So what's the use? And I can say this because, well, really, I was saying this and thinking about this phrase often. And maybe when I first heard about the great information, like writing down your goals every day works well, or really affirmations. Well, affirmations, robotic affirmations, or really, well, keep saying affirmations with emotionally involved. Well, of course, both ways, I think, personally, works great. But anyway, the result actually do not come out, of course, not overnight, certainly not, but like 1 week, a month, it quite often that you don't see the result in the physical world yet. So that's when you think like, what's the use? Keep writing your goals, reading one book every day. Well, having the goal card and reading out your goals often as many times as you can during a day. Well, yeah, there are lots of great informations. And of course, there are lots of success stories, success experiences out there. And then certainly you may feel like, okay, let's try this. Then when you start doing and 3 days goes and 1 week pass, a month pass, or even half a year may pass, then what happens is, well, maybe you feel like you don't see the result and then you just say, what's the use, and then quit. So yes, that's the moment you need to stop and think again. So when you say, what's the use? I think this is the great chance for you to say, it doesn't matter, I will keep doing this. It doesn't matter, I keep going toward my goal. So when you think like, what's the use? Because I see this phrase as a great chance. What's happening here is your old program is really scared that you are eliminating your old habits, your old patterns. Then you are actually going through that barrier, that terror barrier or the Great Wall from old program, then you are actually cracking the shell. Then you are growing, you are becoming much bigger existence. And certainly you are becoming much better version of yourself. And that's exactly the point, the, well, sort of say the biggest resistance from old program happens. Then you feel like coming up with all the excuses, like you don't see the result yet, and you haven't reached the goal yet. Well, that kind of sayings comes up. And maybe somebody else might tell you that, but it doesn't matter actually, really. So that's when you need to stop and think again. Do you want to stop there? Do you want to give up there? So that's why most of the great coaches say, like, do you really want it? Do you really want to achieve that goal for yourself? And yes, certainly that includes questioning your passion and how enthusiastic you are toward that goal. Yes, that's also important. But for me, I think adding to those checkings, when you think like, what's the use? Please stop. And of course, certainly we cannot be passionate and energetic all the time, like 24/7. Well, if you can, that's great. But well, if we keep doing that, certainly we will be so tired that we do not care getting up in the morning anymore. But really, it's true that everyone need some time to rest. But as Jim Rohn actually say, do not rest too long. So that's also an important point. But then what's the use? Well, this is, well, of course, in one side of perspective, it can be, so to say, warning and dangerous sign, because this one phrase can stop everything, can stop you from being successful, from being the best version of you in your life. So when you feel like this or think of this phrase, what's the use? Please think, this is the sign. This is the sign you are on the right track, actually. Because if you keep doing that, if you keep going forward with that idea, with doing that work, you will certainly become the best version of you. You will certainly grow up more and expand your business, yourself, your happiness, your fulfillment. So I believe that what's the use? This phrase is actually telling you that you are on the right track. So if you really, well, this phrase can come up really at the first point. Like when you hear about something, well, so to say, positive or good idea, if you keep doing this, if you start doing this, this will work. Then maybe for a moment you think like, okay, well, this might work for me, and well, it seems good, so I might try that. Then when you think like, I might try that, right after that moment, you come up with, what's the use? What if it doesn't work for me again? Well, that can be the case too. But still, well, if you think about this, what's the use? This is a keyword. So whenever you come up with this phrase, what's the use? Okay, so this is a sign. This is the sign that works for me. And if I keep going, if I keep this action or the way of meditations or read this book, that book, whatever, the information can be anything. But when you think about this, what's the use? I think that's the great sign for you, that telling you actually you can be break through the great barrier, great wall from old program. So yes, I hope this was really useful information for you. And please let me know if you liked this video or if you have any comments or questions. Of course, please let me know in the comment as well. And thank you very much for watching until the end. And I will see you in my next video. Until then, enjoy every moment of your life. ありがとうございます。